I made some creatures from Barbies and G.I. Joes, and I'm going to show them to you. Hey guys, today I'd like to show you this series of creatures that I made. My original idea was to create a ton of these, all with their own unique features, and then to try to get them all exhibited together somewhere, but I never got that far. Most of these creatures are made out of different kinds of Barbie bodies, except for one that's a G.I. Joe. I loved playing with Barbies as a kid, and I would create these elaborate worlds for my Barbies to live in. I was a kid in the late 80s and into the 90s, and I feel like Barbie was a really big deal while I was a kid. It might still be today, but I feel like all the valid concerns that have since been put forth about the doll's really unrealistic body image portrayals. I don't know, I imagine it may have changed something since I was a kid, but I would have to look into that. Anyways, other than Barbie, I totally remember the first time I saw a G.I. Joe doll, and that was at a friend's house after school, and that friend was a boy. I'd never seen a G.I. Joe doll before, so when he showed me the doll, I was fascinated by it. It was essentially just like my Ken doll, except the body looked a little different and it wore different clothes. I was so enamored by that G.I. Joe doll and the discovery that there was this brand new doll out there that I didn't know about that I could be adding into my doll arsenal. And my friend noticed how stoked I was on the doll, so he said I could borrow it, and I got to take it home with me that day. And I just remember being so excited, adding it into the mix with my other dolls and playing with my G.I. Joe and my Barbie and my Ken and what have you. Now, about the creatures. Each of these creatures have a different personality, and they were all created using secondhand dolls and toys and other things I would find at the thrift store. I'm sorry to say that a lot of toys had to be decapitated for this project. For example, this is Teddy Head. Teddy Head is the hybrid of a gymnast Barbie and a soft toy teddy bear. I filled in her eyebrows a bit, and she's also rocking some cool shoes and some bling. I made the necklace out of an old bracelet of mine, and the shoes I found in a bag that I had already lying around that I bought at a flea market ages ago, and it was full with old doll parts and doll accessories. I spray painted the body white, and all the creatures were spray painted in different colors. Next up is this guy. He's called Bunny Brains. Similar story to Teddy Head, except this guy is made from a G.I. Joe body and a soft toy bunny head. He's also rocking a little charm necklace with a tiny kitty on it. I think this might be the only one that can totally stand on its own without support. Let me also introduce you to Horseface. Horseface is, of course, rocking some riding boots. T-Rex. This was a dinosaur finger puppet that I used for the head. Cricket Cranium. Looking real good in those silver stilettos. Disco Fever. Wearing roller skates, of course. Storm Super Trooper. Yes, that is a little joke for those of you out there who are into both ABBA and Star Wars. And lastly, we have Tabitha Pterodactyl. She's all about the gold. Most of these are standing up with these Barbie doll stands that I bought on Amazon, and I think people who have Barbie doll collections probably buy them and use them to display their collection. Lastly, I needed a way to encase the creatures so that I could display them without them collecting dust. And I started looking online for some glass cases, but they were so expensive and just way out of my budget. So I knew I'd had to find something more affordable and that it would probably have to be plastic. So I started going to these stores that had different container options, you know, stores that carry bowls and Tupperware and things like that. I guess I thought maybe I could find something there that I could modify for my needs. Turns out this time, I didn't have to modify anything. I was walking down an aisle in this one store, and there in front of me, Eureka! Spaghetti storage containers. I mean, come on, how awesome was that? Perfect for what I needed. I could just open the bottom, put the doll in, and seal it up. And this particular kind had this really strong, clear plastic, so it even sort of looked like glass. Voila! Necessity is the mother of invention, as they say. And that's something I made. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And why not hit subscribe? I'll see you next week. Bye!